Hello, it's Bailey and welcome back to my channel. We are embarking on the Jokes on Me round 1 episode 2 TBR game journey. So far for this round I have read 8 books and my physical TBR is sitting at 111. If you hear noise in the background, that is my sweetie pie. She's here clinking things together. We love it. It's fine. But I did just a little bit ago flip the cards for this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that here and then I'll be back right now to tell you the books that I have chosen or have potentially been chosen for me. Okay, we're back at it for the third Jokes on Me card drawings. Once again, I just put the cards on top of the deck. I didn't touch anything. My game piece of choice this time, I found a Dove dark chocolate. I had finished on recent purchase, so that's where I'm starting today. To complete this round, I would have to get back to longest on shelf. So we've got a ways to go. A 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is repeat author. And there's no special rule for a 5. 4, I move backwards, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish a series. Not sure how much I love that because I don't know what series I only have 1 book left in. I think the options are slim. Last card flip is a 9. So a 9 I just move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is friend pick. Sorry if you hear the baby. She's supposed to be napping, but she's really just wilding in there, you know. But friend pick, I do think I have an idea of who I may choose for that. So I'll be right back with the books that I chose. So first I landed on repeat author and I decided that I would like to pick an author I own that I have read the most recently. And so since I read my very first book of the year was Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrun, I am deciding to go with The Charm Offensive by Alison Cochrun, and I'm actually reading this as Martine's pick for one of her favorite books of the year. If you've been around the last... May. Shh, quiet. If you've been around the last couple years, in January, me and some friends have decided to read each other's favorite books. I am doing that again this year, but I don't think I'm gonna have dedicated vlogs. I'm just gonna work them in. So this is the first one I'm gonna be able to get to. And like I said, this was one of Martine's favorite books. And then next I landed on Finish a Series, which is giving me a run for my money. I think this one that I chose is the only series that I only had 1 book left in, and it's a duology. And that book is going to be The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. We read the first book, 6 Crimson Cranes, for my book club, the Shelf This Book Club. I don't know, it feels like a while ago now, probably a year ago now. And so I do want to get to this. I don't have that high of hopes, but I'm going to listen to this one on audiobook and it will complete a series for me. And lastly, I landed on Friend Pick. And I did kind of know right away who I wanted to choose because this person has thrown quite a few buddy read ideas at me lately. And so I let her pick, knowing that she was gonna pick something that she wanted to buddy read. So Martine, again from Just Martine, I might as well just dedicate this one to her with both of these books. But she chose for us to read I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. She is an Alice Oseman fan, big fan. So we have read some of her other stuff together as well. And so yeah, I'm really excited to get to read this one with Martine. And then in each episode, I am also reading a my choice book. And because I got a little bit behind on my reading, I have read a couple things that I shouldn't have. So for this episode, I'm just throwing in the Shelf This Book Club that was for December that I already read. We read More of You by A.L. Jackson, and I'll tell you right now, I didn't like it that much. I gave it like 2.5 stars, and that's probably being a little generous. So that's what I'm throwing in here as my choice book. I do think that after that, I am caught up. I didn't read anything else that I hadn't allocated for. So that's what this vlog's gonna be. I will check in with you once I've made some progress. I hope you enjoyed this probably noisy intro. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. Mabel woke up at 5:45 this morning for no good reason. So we're just kind of hanging out downstairs. Usually she has breakfast at daycare, but I'm just giving her breakfast to occupy her so that I could get ready. But now I just have like all this extra time before I actually need to leave the house. So I had sat down to read some of I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. Martine and I are buddy reading this, and the sections in this book are actually like Monday through Sunday, so that's how we set up our buddy read. So today's Wednesday, so I'm reading like the third little section. I'm on like page 120, and I'm really loving this so far. It is sad in my mind because I'm almost caught up on all of Alice Oseman's stuff. I will have the 5th volume of Heartstopper that is coming out this year sometime, maybe next month, not sure. And then I have Solitaire and This Winter, and I think that's it. So yeah, I am really enjoying this one. This one we are following Angel, who is like a huge fan of this band, and then we're actually following Jimmy, who is in the band, and those are the 2 perspectives we're getting. And it's a very interesting dynamic. I do think somehow they're going to like come together. Like I think that our girl Angel is gonna get to meet Jimmy and the band. We'll see. But yeah, that's how my reading during the week is going. This is a very fast thing, but we're taking it one day at a time. So I am also reading The Charm Offensive right now. Martine is just influencing my life well. I'm not that far into that one. Don't really have thoughts on that yet, but once I do, I'll let you know. Hi, it's Saturday now, and this morning I wasn't feeling that well, so I kind of just lounged around for quite a bit. It's like 10:30 now, but I did finish I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. Martine and I decided to just finish the Saturday and Sunday sections today because the Sunday section was like 10 pages, so why leave 10 pages left in a book? So yeah, I went ahead and finished this morning, and I'm giving it 4 stars. I did have a really good time. My main struggle with this one is in the plot. I loved the characters, and I think that in like our chat, me and Martine, I said like Alice Oseman is that bitch when it comes to writing teenagers. Just, I can feel, you know, when you can just tell someone is like from the same generation as you. Alice Oseman, she gets it. Like I said, the plot did lose me a little bit. I just think it's a little unrealistic, and it's a weird like fame crossing barrier kind of. But overall, I still really love this one. Like I said, I give it 4 stars, which probably is my lowest rated Alice Oseman, but like you can't go wrong with any of her stuff. And then I also have made quite a bit of progress in The Charm Offensive. This week I ended up getting the ebook for this as well, so I've been just like casually picking it up a little bit on my phone throughout the week, and then last night and this morning I have like actively been working on it. So I am at this point like 125 pages into it, and this is like a Bachelor retelling type thing. So it is set up by like in sections of the weeks of the show, or like the episodes. So I am starting week 4, and yeah, it's getting really good. So basically one of our main characters is a producer for the show, and the other main character is like the star of the show. He is essentially the Bachelor character, except Charlie, the one who is the Bachelor character, has like almost no dating experience and is definitely having some very high anxiety and just like not really wanting to be there, but he's doing the show to clean up his image. Like I said, he's very high anxiety. He's struggling to like fake the show basically, and Dev is his handler, like trying to coach him to do well. But Charlie is struggling so much that Dev is actually like staying with him when they're not filming to try to like coach him 24/7. And yeah, I mean, we know that this is a queer romance, so somehow they are going to end up together. And I feel like some stuff is brewing. I just feel like at this point they're becoming very good friends, and Dev is like the only person that Charlie trusts and is beginning to be comfortable with. And Dev already like is like, this man is gorgeous, but like as they both get to know each other better, it's just fun. So I am curious like how this is going to all play out. Like at what point is Charlie gonna be like, okay, I'm not interested in any of these girls? Like, what's gonna happen? So that's what I'm sitting down to find out today. I need to check in because Danielle from Danielle Reads is doing sprints tonight, so I've been reading quite a bit, and I'm at the point where this book is basically making me squeal, and it's killing me because I want them together so bad, but there's obviously some steps that need to happen. But Danielle read this book and didn't like it, so me like fangirling probably a little bit over here is unbearable because I feel alone. I finished The Charm Offensive. It has been a couple days now, but I'm happy to report that this is my first 5-star of the year. I think you can tell by my last clip that I was like super enjoying it, and the ending was very satisfying. I don't hate the way like the third act conflict happened or resolved, and overall this was just a romance that I was really rooting for the couple. So yeah, 5-star. And then I also, starting on Monday, did start listening to the audiobook of The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim, and at like 20% I really wasn't enjoying the story. I was like, I think I'm gonna DNF this, and then I could tell that like a shift was coming and that a character from the first book was going to be like re-entering the narrative, so I stuck around to see what happened there, and I gave it to 51%, and I still just was like, I don't really care anymore. I think I'm too far removed. I wasn't invested, and I don't think I was enjoying where the story was going. So that is my first DNF of 2023. So I got my first 5-star and my first DNF. That's okay. I do still consider that a completed series since I tried for so long in the book. So that wraps up episode 3 for Jokes on Me. Now that I'm like back in the groove of it, I am very excited to be doing this project still, and I like zoomed through this episode. So yeah, I also was going to mention that I do think that this area of filming, the lighting today isn't the best just because the weather outside isn't the best. That like I probably will be filming here more because of the lighting, and I need to like decorate this wall behind me. So if you have any ideas what I can do because of the weird like cutout in the wall here, I kind of was thinking I maybe could put like a shelf in this part and then put something like on this wall, you know? But I have no idea. It's gonna have to be like a asymmetrical moment, so I should figure that out. But thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!